What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. So in this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how email marketing works with Squarespace. So if you're a Squarespace customer and you're looking at their email marketing solution and you're not really sure if it's right for you, this tutorial video is for you. You have a lot of different options with email marketing, so why should you go with Squarespace? Email marketing built-in integration feature, whatever you want to call it, instead of going with like an independent email marketing provider. In general, I really like how well it is integrated. I keep saying that word a lot. Integrated. But the integration really does work well. You can just embed these really beautiful forms on your website. You can set up basic automations on the back end and everything just works. Now, if you just want me to cut to the chase and get right to Squarespace email marketing automations, how does that work? Well, honestly, it's kind of basic, okay? So if you're looking for something a little bit more advanced like ConvertKit, where you can set up a complicated funnel, and depending if the person opens the email and depending on what they click on in the email, they get sent down a different path. You can't do that with Squarespace. The automations are pretty basic in the sense that someone signs up to your list, and then you can just set it up where they get automated emails at a specific time frame that you can set. But if you're looking for something simple that works, that's really beautiful, Squarespace is fantastic. So I'm going to show you all the little details that you need to know to get started. So make sure to check the links in the description for timestamps and resources mentioned in this video. So let's begin. Welcome to my laptop. Let's begin. So this is email marketing brought to you by Squarespace. Now you can always use alternatives like ConvertKit or MailChimp, etc. You don't have to use this, but if you're a Squarespace customer, it is good to be aware that they do offer email list building service built into the platform, and it integrates obviously really well with everything else that Squarespace offers. Now, how much does this cost? This is an added feature on top of your Squarespace subscription, so it's not included. So you get your Squarespace website, you can set that up. When you want to start engaging in email marketing, then you have to pay extra for that. Pretty reasonable though, like email marketing is its own service regardless of what platform you're using. If you're using WordPress, you still have to pay for an email marketing provider. Okay, so they have 4 different plans, and they have Starter, Core, Pro, and Max. Now, for beginners, definitely want to check out the Core plan. Overall, that's a good starter plan. And then eventually you'll probably be on the Pro plan. Now, you got to pay attention to the features right here. I don't like the starter plan for this reason. Campaigns per month, 3. Now, if you're like, what's a campaign? Well, campaign is like sending an email to your entire list. So you have a list of 500 people. You can send out 1 email per week. Now, emails per month. So you're limited to 500. So that's strange because unlike other providers, Squarespace goes by emails per month instead of how many subscribers you have. So if you have 500, you can send out 500 emails per month. So for example, on the starter plan, you can have like a list size of 100 people. If you send out 3 campaigns per month, that's 300 emails. That's what they're talking about. So you got to be careful about that because it's like unlimited subscribers. Yeah, you can have 10,000 subscribers on the starter plan, but you can only send out 500 emails the entire month. So you're quite limited. And same with the core plan, you got 5,000 emails. That's okay. But so like if you have, again, like a list of 1,000 people, and you want to send a email to your 1,000 subscriber list, you can do that once a month, and that's 4,000 emails. So you just got to kind of do the math on the back end. So that's why Core is okay with emails per month, because it's enough where you can get $10 a month, you can grow list size of like 1,000 people, etc. But you got to be careful because right over here with the email automation, that's where they kind of get you a little bit. So the starter, it's not included. For me, that's a deal breaker. The whole point of email marketing is to build up a process on the back end that you can send traffic down and tweak it over time and kind of make it like your automated salesperson. And then it's just a good way to build as cliche as it is, just to build a close relationship with people who like what you're doing online. That's why you want to engage in email marketing. So with email automation, for example, if you set up a 3 email a week series, you're going to burn through this 5,000 emails really quick, and you're probably going to end up over here on the Pro plan. So overall, my whole point is it looks like it's cheap. It's actually a little bit expensive. So in general, the Pro plan is probably the best long-term, but Core to get yourself set up. Now, when you're in your Squarespace dashboard and then you add email campaigns onto your website, you're going to have this little box right there that allows you to navigate to your campaigns. You can go to email campaigns and you can turn auto renew on or off. So let's continue. All right. So welcome to email marketing from Squarespace. So this is the dashboard. This is what you're going to be seeing once you upgrade to an email marketing plan and add it to your Squarespace website. So the first thing you need to do is you need to create a mailing list. So go ahead and click on this icon right here. All right, so no mailing list, create a mailing list, and then name your list whatever you want. So I'll just call it David's Newsletter. There we go. All right, so what this does is now when you add an email opt-in form to your Squarespace website, you can just automatically and intuitively just tie it to whatever newsletter you have created. Really that simple. The integration works seamlessly. And so I currently have 0 subscribers. So if you do have a Squarespace website, now you can start adding boxes to your website to get email subscribers. Now, the next thing that you need to do is go ahead and create and add a sender profile. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so it says no sender profiles. Sender profiles are what the recipients see in the from line of the emails you send. So you've been on the receiving end of emails before. So if you get something like from hello@website.com, that's the from line. So you need to set up a sender profile. All right, so you have a few different, actually you have one option, but I'm going to show you two. So I'll just put in my name right here. This is where it's going to say David. So maybe you'd want it's like David and then like page separator, for example, and then the website name is appropriate, or you can just have the name, whatever the brand is. Now, if you use like something like test123@gmail.com, it's going to pop up and say that emails from free services like Gmail, Yahoo Mail, whatever, are more likely to be marked as spam. So what that means is that you need to set up a professional email. So I'm going to go over here. I registered a separate domain name called VlogHow, and I'm going to create an email called hello@vloghow.com. And now it says I need to verify my domain name. Now I want to take a step back and just remind you that in order to set up a professional email with Squarespace, it does cost a bit of money. Now, if we navigate over here, with Squarespace, they offer a free trial of Google Workspace. And so like, what's Google Workspace? This is Google Workspace, and it costs $12 per month or $6 per month just for a basic email. It's quite expensive and total overkill if you're a just complete beginner and the only thing that you want is just to set up an email. Because again, Squarespace just prices this in. So it could be a little bit expensive, but there is an easy workaround. So all you have to do is have your domain name for your Squarespace website. Then register a separate domain name that's maybe a little bit similar, or maybe a different domain extension like .co, .net, whatever. Then once you register that domain name, add a domain name registrar like Namecheap. What you can then do is then come over here and then navigate down to where it says redirect email. And over here, you can set up an alias. So I just typed in hello. So all I did was click on add forward. You type in hello, and this is going to be automatically hello@vloghow.com. So just do whatever it is for your domain name. Okay. And then you can set up the forward. And so where do you want the email to go to? I want to go to my free Gmail account, my free tutorial email account. Really that simple. So there it is, wcptutorials@gmail. And that's it. And just click the little check mark and save it. Okay. Now, because like right over here, if I click on next, so I have it set up as hello@vloghow.com, which is the domain name that I own at Namecheap. Click on next. Now it's going to say we sent an email with a verification code to hello@vloghow.com. So what happens, like the email verification gets sent to this email address, but then it gets forwarded to the Gmail account. And so if I jump in here and I check out my Gmail account, I'm going to receive an email in just a bit to verify my email address. So let me just click over here. There we go. Okay, so it says your verification code is 779495. Oh, let's take that. There we go. Copy that in and enter the code and paste and click on next. And there you go. So now whenever I send emails to my email list, it's going to be from hello@vloghow.com. And I didn't have to pay for Google Workspace, which is great. I really like Google Workspace. But if you just want an email, if you just want professional email, it's way too expensive. So that's a quick and easy workaround that you can enable. And so then your domain name is going to be verified. So now it says verify domain name. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so now we have to update the DNS settings. So log into your domain name provider and update your DNS records. So this option helps inbox providers identify you. It decreases the chance of your emails being marked as spam. Okay, so now we have a bunch of things that we have to adjust. So we have the CNAME, text record, data. All right, so we can set this up right now, quick and easy. So let's go ahead and do that. Verifying your domain name. So this is very important because you want your emails to hit the inbox. You're paying for email marketing. You just have to do this. So let's go ahead and verify our domain name. Okay, so we have a CNAME, text record, and a text record. Now you want to navigate back to your domain name registrar. So I'm using namecheap.com. And this is the domain name, okay? Remember that I'm using to send my emails to a free Gmail account because I set up a forward. Now you want to click over here to the advanced DNS settings. Then you want to navigate down here. Then right here, all you have to do is add in a bunch of records. That's all you have to do. So we come over here and let's go ahead and copy that. And then I need to add in a new CNAME record. So let's go ahead and find CNAME record. There it is. The host is this, boom. And let's go ahead and take the data, boom, copy paste that. And there we go. All right, so there we go. So I just went ahead and added in everything as appropriate. We have the CNAME record, text record, text record. Let me go ahead and save this final little record right there. Okay, so now it does typically take time for things to propagate. So it's usually not automatic. I'll go ahead and click on authenticate domain. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't work, then you just gotta wait. Okay, so DNS changes take 24 to 48 hours. You have to wait, okay? So just say I'll do this later. If you did everything correct, where you added in the CNAME record, text record, as it says within this section right there, it'll work, okay? Just be patient, give it an hour, give it a day. It says 24 to 48 hours. It usually takes 30 minutes to an hour from my experience, and that's it. Okay, so next up is to select an email template and start designing. So let's go ahead and do that. So again, we set up our email list, we added a sender profile. Those are the kind of techie things that we had to do. Now we're getting into the fun stuff of the design of our email. And this is something that is a massive selling point for Squarespace, especially if you're a Squarespace customer and you just want to do email marketing, set up basic automations, and send out beautiful emails. You can't go wrong with Squarespace. All right, so right over here, promote a product or service, promote a class or event, announce a sale, share an update. You can customize the look and feel of each individual email that someone receives from you when they subscribe to your list. And it's really nice because it's just broken up into these interesting templates. Now, in general, I recommend simple. Okay, so anything that's kind of simple, that's the way I like to do email marketing. I tend to shy away from image heavy oriented content, but again, totally up to you. Squarespace, the big advantage is that they just look beautiful. So for example, like right here, launch, share an update. Let's go ahead and click on this. And okay, so here we go. We can click on use this template. Okay, and once you click on that, then you have the ability to design the elements of the page. Okay, so right over here, campaign. You can add the subject of your campaign. You can add the email preview text, then the recipients, sender profile, legal address, and then you can schedule it. So when do you want this to go out? Do you want this to go out immediately or not? So if I turn this off and then it's like, okay, I want this email to go out 2 days from now. And then I'm going to create another email and I'm just going to schedule that to go out next week and then the week after, et cetera, et cetera. And that's a little different than automations. Automations means like the email that just gets sent out automatically when someone subscribes. They go this email and then this email. This is just a little bit more casual if you just want to, maybe you're traveling, maybe you're doing something. You're just like, okay, I want to send out these 2 emails at these 2 dates and they're time sensitive, whatever. Okay, and that's it. So then you can have a send test over here. All right, so let me put in my subject right there. So subject goes here. And then we have email preview text. So I'll type that in, email preview text. Okay, so unique recipients. All right, so when you click on this, okay, this list below includes the people who accept email marketing from you. So you have your mailing list, so you can send out to your list, your customers, donors, and then different types of segments. So no segments yet. You can create segments by using filter profiles. So if we click this over here, it's going to direct us to profiles. Now, profiles is a way to kind of split your email list. So for example, maybe you have an email opt-in form to get some type of free blogging course. they have another email opt-in form about personal finance, because maybe you talk about those two types of topics, for example. And so you can have a whole set of like email automations set for each one. So if someone subscribes to like my email list regarding personal finance, maybe they get like 2 weeks worth of emails regarding that topic, then they're added to the main list. Okay. And same with the other topics. So let's go back to where we were. Okay. So let's get back to designing the list. All right. So right here, very intuitive, like everything is with Squarespace. You just hover over the block and then you can adjust the block as you need it. So when you click a block, so you have your options over here. You can change the text color, section color, font, pack, font size, link color. Same with this item right down there. And then finally, you can adjust where the button goes if you even want a button. So you could change the link right there, solid center, button text, colors, etc. The font pack. Obviously, I would use a button right there because buttons get clicks, they stand out. All right, so anyways, let's go back here to email. All right, so right there, let's go ahead and click on send test email. And let's go ahead and click on send. Okay, so here's our test email. So right there, subject goes here, and then this is the email preview text. Okay, so that's why this text is important, because this gets people to click. We open it up. There you go. This is what the email actually looks like, and it's from our professional email right there, hello@vloghow. And there you go. Okay, so with Squarespace, it's really nice because, again, individual design per email. They look fantastic. They look incredibly professional. I can again just start completely over, and then I can just write a note. For example, I can just, now I'm using a completely different template, nice and simple, etc. And so this is something I really like about Squarespace. This is just all these different templates. They look great. They're very professional. You can mix and match. You don't have to send the same exact style, a template every single time. They're super duper easy to customize, and they just look good. You know, they just look really beautiful. So for example, if I'm going to be promoting some type of product, you know, or service I'm selling or whatever, you know, really nice and easy to use. Again, that's just a nice selling point, is these template selection. And finally is setting up email marketing automations with Squarespace. Now, the whole advantage of doing email marketing is, one, to stay in touch with your customers and just people who like what you're doing. And two, to set it up like an automated salesperson. So when people subscribe, they get this email, then that email, then this email, etc. Now, to do this with Squarespace, very simple. Click on automations. It's going to say no automated campaigns. Click on create a campaign, and then you can set up right here. So you have two tabs. You have customer activity and subscriber activity. Customer activity is for e-commerce. So when someone buys, like say, an ebook from you, you can set up so they get a thank you email. Then you can set up where maybe a few days later, a week later, they get a coupon code to purchase another ebook from you at a discounted rate. So you can recommend additional products as an affiliate or whatever you want to do. We're going to focus over here on subscriber activity. So with this, you can set up to welcome a new subscriber. So when someone subscribes to your list, what email do they get? They should get a welcome email, where you set the context for the type of emails that you're going to be sending out. And it's the same process as before. You just pick a template that you like, and then you can adjust it to your liking. So again, I personally like simple emails. I like text-based emails. And so right over here, you would just create content where it's like welcome them to the list and tell them what to expect. Maybe give them some type of bonus and a thank you for subscribing, that type of deal, and get them to open your emails because you're going to be sending a lot of value. So the goal of a welcome email, set the context for what they can expect down the road. Okay, that's the whole point of the welcome email. So let's go ahead and click on use this template, and then the same deal as before. So style, you can add style over there. Then the email over here, you can send sender profiles, test, etc. Then right here, when you're ready, when you're satisfied with the way that this appears, you can just come down here and go ahead and click on email and then activate automation. Okay, so let's just activate this. All right, so select the mailing list. All right, so the mailing list, and we're gonna click on that. Okay, and let's go click on back and add subject right there. Okay, let's type in hello world. There we go. Activate automation. Great, wonderful. So automation is activated. There you go. So after a person subscribes, they immediately receive this email right here. Then these are all your little analytics right there. automation, subject, mailing list, trends, etc. So you get data on the back end about how this email is performing. That's really helpful because then you know, like, okay, let me just make slight adjustments and then just optimize it to get a really high click-through rate and just whatever action you want people to take. Now, to continue building this out, easy, click on add right up top there. Now you want to click here, check in with subscribers. Same process as before. Super duper simple. So yeah, this actually looks good right there. I'll click on preview template. Yep, that looks good. We'll click on use this template. And again, this is just a follow-up email. And so we'll click on activate. Wait, let me click here. Subject, hello. Email text, okay. Hello. And activate automation. All right, we'll click on the list right there. There we go. Okay, and let's go ahead and click on activate automation. Automation has been activated and added, and there you go. All right, so the person is getting 30 days later. So again, you can just jump in here and adjust that as you want. So for example, I'll click over there and let me go ahead and click on edit campaign because maybe I made a mistake. Okay, so let's go ahead and edit this. Maybe I don't want that to be sent out 30 days. Maybe I want that to be sent out a little bit quicker. So let's go ahead and adjust that. So go ahead and click on automation right here. And then on the next list right there, send them an email in 30 days. Nope. We want to change that to 1 day, 7 day, 14, 21 to 28 days, 30 days, etc. or custom. Okay. It's like, maybe I don't want to send it, 7 days. Maybe I want it to be 3 days. In general, I would recommend if you're onboarding a new email subscriber, set it up where they get an email every day for like 5 days. Okay. Then after that, relax with it. Every 3 days is okay. Okay. So you do want to send emails. I think a lot of people think like, oh, I just want to send an email once a week. That's okay. If you brand your email list as a once a week newsletter, totally fine. But in general, for email marketing, every 3 days, 2 days is appropriate. And the onboarding process should be like 5 to 7 days. Every day they get an email from you. So they're accustomed to getting emails, and then you provide a tremendous amount of value. So they open your emails. All right. And so there you go. And so that's it. Let's activate the automation right there. Let's click OK. There we go. So this person receives, when someone subscribes to this list, they immediately get the welcome email immediately. Then 3 days later, they get this email. So you want to have 100 email series automation, you can go ahead and do that. And then again, just check your analytics, click over here to edit and adjust the campaign, rename the campaign, reuse this template so you don't have to scroll through and pick the same template again. Whatever, everything's really nice and intuitive with Squarespace. Okay, so once you have everything set up on the back end for your email marketing campaigns and whatnot, it's time to actually add forms to your website. And with Squarespace, that's incredibly easy. So again, navigate to your Squarespace dashboard, go ahead and click on edit. There we go. Now scroll down to like where you want to add in the form. So let's just say I want to add in a form right there. I'll click on add section. Then you want to navigate down here where it says newsletter. Okay, click on that. Then you have a bunch of different styles to choose from. So I'll click on the basic one right there. Keep it simple. All right, so let's go ahead and click on this. And you need to click the pencil icon. Okay, so the form name is right there. It's newsletter form. This is important because then this is where you can kind of keep track of like who's subscribing from what. So if you want to say like newsletter form homepage, for example, then subscribe to our newsletter. Obviously, you're going to have to write good copy to get people to subscribe. You can't just say subscribe for updates. Like, no, I don't want updates. Give me a reason to subscribe. All right, so once we have this set up over there, you can just adjust this as needed, sign up button, required field name, etc. And so let's navigate first to storage. Then you have to click on Squarespace email campaigns. Make sure you click on connect this. Okay, and so now we just have it set up. Okay, so now it's connected to our newsletter, manage our list. So when people subscribe, they get everything set up. Okay, and so it's really that simple. So you can set up automations. Now everything's good. Okay, so someone can subscribe to this list. They'll get the first email, then the second email. Maybe I'm providing some type of PDF guide or some sort of like 3-day, 7-day online course where I'll send out a bunch of emails and provide helpful content. Then you can set up some type of automation like that, and then change the content so it reflects what people are going to get. It's really that simple. Okay. And so now throughout your site, your blog posts, individual pages, you can go ahead and add in all of these different forms that people can subscribe to, and then just make sure to provide a good user experience on the back end. Email marketing with Squarespace, pros and cons. So is this the best email marketing solution ever. Absolutely not. It does have its drawbacks. Now, this is really ideal if you're a blogger and you just want to have an email list and grow your email list and send out emails, set up basic automations, and not get bogged down by anything too technical. Now, the deal breaker for me personally is the automations actually, because you just don't have that much control. So with other platforms like say ConvertKit, what you can do is really helpful stuff where you can have like dedicated email. You can set up where it's okay, if the user clicks on this link right there, then they get sent down this email list. Okay, that you can fork the email list into two different aspects where you can send people on a different user journey. Or perhaps like, what if someone doesn't open this email? Then what you would want them to do is get a follow-up email saying, hey, make sure to open this email. Hey, I saw that you didn't click this email, whatever. Because like if you have some type of process where you have to send people down an email funnel, and it's important that they open each email because the end goal is to sell some type of product or service, etc. And they can't skip an email. They have to get all of them and interact with all of them. You can't do that. Okay, you can't do that with Squarespace. You know, there's no way to like follow up or have any type of like really specific control over the way people interact, because that's something I really like about ConvertKit is you can tag people based on their behavior. So if they open this email, then they get this. If they don't open this email, they get this email. If they click on this link, they get that email. I like that. You can't do that with Squarespace, but maybe for you, that's not a deal breaker. All right, everyone, that's it for this tutorial video on Squarespace email marketing. Email marketing with Squarespace is pretty impressive in terms of design and flexibility. They are lacking, in my opinion, on like really advanced automations, but that's sometimes not right for every type of person. Maybe you're just like a blogger and you just want something simple that works, that's integrated in your website, looks beautiful. Then Squarespace is ideal for you. Anyways, I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Consider subscribing and hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.